Hey guys, so as most of you know, I recently started participating in a roller derby boot camp, and I decided that I would share kind of my progress with you guys to help myself to realize how far I've progressed, because my problem is I will not look at, oh well, this is where I was, this is where I am now. I'm the type of person that I will compare myself to other skaters, and I'll say, oh, well, Lindsay can plow stop, or Kara can do this, why can't I do that? And it's infuriating because they are not me. Everyone progresses at different levels, but I hold myself to a higher standard to where if I can't do something that other people can, I get frustrated with myself. Because if they can do it, why can't I? I should be able to do it too. So I've made a mental and a physical list somewhere of things that I can do and things that I can't do. There's not a lot on my can-do list yet. I just completed the 4th week of boot camp. My first time on skates was rough. I was on rink skates, which is, the ones that the roller skate and rink rent out, and I only fell twice. So once was on my tailbone, and that hurt like hell, and I learned my lesson. And the second time that I fell, it was on my knees, like you're supposed to, because you're wearing nifty little pads on your knees, your elbows, your wrists. You have a helmet, obviously. The next time that I fell, I started to fall backwards. I windmilled once, and then I brought my arms in real quick, and I fell on my knees. We were going in small groups doing an exercise, and I was last because I was one of, I think, 2 or 3 women who had never been on skates before. So after I fell properly, and a lot of people saw that I fell properly, everyone started clapping. And they were telling me, nice fall. The woman who was teaching me, who was my partner, she said, yeah, you learned your lesson from the first time you fell, didn't you? I was like, yeah. It's such an encouraging environment. I want to share that with you. As of right now, I can skate forwards without falling too many times. One of the derby ladies, her name is Julia. She's awesome. She's letting me borrow her skates so that I'm not on the skating rink skates because those are janky as hell. But one of the other derby girls is getting a new set of skates because her current ones hurt her feet. So I'm going to buy those from her. So next video, next little roller vlog, progression check, whatever, I'm going to have new skates on. Week 2, we did laps. And the goal is to be able to do 27 laps in 5 minutes. I did 14. I also can't do crossovers though, which is when you're going into a turn, you move your feet and you kind of cross them over like this, and it helps you gain speed. It's the fastest way to go around a turn, I believe. I'm assuming. But I can't do those yet, so that will help my laps. Okay, let's start with the things I cannot do. I cannot do crossovers. I cannot do transitions, which is how you go from skating forwards to skating backwards. Another thing that I cannot do, I can't edge. I cannot weave. I can't do that. There's a butt wiggle that you have to be able to do in order to weave and to skate backwards. And some people learn transitions first, some people learn how to skate backwards first. I can't do either. I'm going to work on doing transitions first because that makes more sense, is to be able to get going backwards first and then learn how to go backwards. I'm very good at not falling on my tailbone now. I'm trying to think of other skills that we've been taught. We're called fresh meat. So the freshest of meats, straight off the lamb. We don't know anything, so they're giving us small amounts and then we practice on it all night. They'll give us about 2 to 3 skills to practice on. Oh, plows. That's another thing. Plow stops. It's when you're skating and you do a watermelon. I'm really good at watermelons, which is where you do this with your feet and you can gain speed that way. but I'm not good at plow stops, which is where you just kind of, when the girls do it, it's crazy because they are so vertical and they sit and their feet go in front of their hips. Their feet go in front of their hips. And it's like, how are you not falling backwards after that? I don't get how they're doing it. It's intimidating. I'm really good with one-footed plows, which is, you know, like I just bring my right foot up and my left foot goes a little bit, or it stays straight, but my right foot goes like, and I look super badass, or I feel like I look super badass doing it, but I probably look like a doofus. But I can do one right-footed plows. I can do T-stops. That's another thing I can do. I can do T-stops with either leg in the back, because a T-stop is when you're skating and then you bring your whichever foot you're more comfortable with, you bring it behind you like this and you use that to stop you. I think that's about all the skills that we've learned. I'm thinking about making a video either every week or every other week to update you guys on my progress and to not hold myself accountable, but kind of force myself to realize the progress that I'm making on the personal level so that I'm not comparing myself to the other ladies. Because, I mean, I'm my own worst enemy. You know, that's true for most people. But I am really just very nitpicky about myself, and it's infuriating. So, yeah. Stay tuned, dudes and dudettes. I really need an outro.